Skill 4, simplifying. When we simplify, we're using addition and subtraction with certain expressions. When we're doing questions in algebra, we will see this keyword simplify come up in a lot of the questions. Question 2 in particular is asking us to simplify the following expressions. When we simplify, we're looking for like terms. At the bottom of the slide, there's a definition for like terms. Like terms are where we have exactly the same letters and exactly the same powers in more than one term. The letters and the powers can be written in any order and they can have any number out the front. What's most important is that the letters are the same and the powers are the same. If they are, then you have like terms. Some examples below. If we have 2m and 3m, they have exactly the same letter and the same power, so they are like terms. 4y and 5y are like terms because the letter y is the same and they have the same power. 8ab and 2ba have the letters A and B just written in a different order, but the letters are the same and the powers are the same, so they're still like terms even though the letters are in a different order. That's okay. Some examples that are not like terms are 6c and 3c squared. Even though the letter C is the same, the power is different because 6c has an invisible power of 1, whereas 3c squared has a power of 2. This means they're not like terms because the powers are different. If we look at the last example, 7a squared b and 9ab squared. Both of these examples have the letter A and the letter B. However, in the first term, the A is squared and the B is to the power of 1. In the second term, the A is to the power of 1 and the B is squared. So the power changes from the first term to the second term. So the powers are not the same, which means they're not like terms. So for them to be like terms, we need the same letters and exactly the same powers. If we go to simplify some of these expressions, we'll start with A. We write 5x plus 2x. We look for like terms. So here we've got the letter x and again we've got the letter x. Now that we know that they're like terms, we focus on the coefficients out the front. So really what I'm looking at is the numbers 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 gives me 7, and then I put the letter in afterwards. 7x is my final answer. If we go to another one, we go to D. There's 13q. Take away 2q. I check for like terms, letter Q and letter Q. Now I know they're like terms, I focus on the numbers. 13 subtract 2 gives me a final answer of 11q. If we look at a harder one from the next set, let's look at M. Here we have 6x squared plus 2x squared, take away 3y. Look for like terms. We've got x squared, and then we've got y. I've underlined y in purple because it's a different term to x squared. There are no other y's, so we can only leave negative 3y as it is. With the x squared terms, we can add them up. We've got 6x squared plus 2x squared. So when we add those up, we're going to finish with 8x squared. And at the end of our answer, we'll subtract 3y because we couldn't simplify anything with that 3y. So we leave it on the end. And that's the final answer. 8x squared, take 3y. Another example is N. We've got 3m squared plus 2n, take away m squared. We look for like terms. Here I've got m squared and another m squared. And in the middle we've got a different pronumeral or a different letter, that's the letter N. So first we'll group up our m squareds. We've got 3 and we've got negative m. Now remember, when we don't have a number written, that's when there's a 1. So I'm just going to draw the 1 in there and then I'm going to circle it. So I've got 3m squared take 1m squared. So that will leave me with 2m squared. And then on the end of my answer, I plus 2n for the plus 2n there. It's important to circle the symbol in front. So you can see here I plus 2 and here I took away 1. Always circle the symbol in front to go with that number. So my final answer for that one was 2m squared plus 2n. Question 3 is a multiple choice question. Alright, so A, B, C and D all have 5 possible answers for you to choose from, and there's only one correct answer for each part of the question. If we get started with 3A, we need to simplify 18p take 19p. First we check if we've got like terms. We've got the letter P and the letter P, so they are like terms. Now we focus on the numbers. 18 take away 19. 18 take away 19 gives an answer of negative 1. So we've got negative 1p. But that's not how we write our final answer, because in algebra we don't write the number 1 when it's in front of a letter. We don't need to. So we just make it disappear, and our final answer would be negative p. And that would be response B. With question 3b, we've got 5x squared take 8x plus 6x take 9. We look for like terms. Here we've got an x squared, then we've got an x and a number by itself. So there's no other x squareds. The middle, or the second term I should say, is an x, the third term is an x, and the term on the end is what we call a constant because it's a number without a letter. So we collect any like terms. The middle two are the only like terms. So we can keep 5x squared out the front. Then we can focus on negative 8 plus 6. Now if you're not sure with your positives and negatives, go to the calculator. But negative 8 plus 6 gives negative 2. So we're going to have negative 2, and then we put the letter afterwards, which is x. And on the end, we'll put our constant, which is negative 9. So if we write that out all in the one colour, our final answer will be 5x squared take 2x take 9. And that should be one of the answers. That looks like D. Alright, and you can do the final two.